Yo, what's up, guys? It's Rigid Rat here, and today I decided I'm gonna go ahead and do a Pokemon starter tier list, but specifically like just the fully evolved ones, since those are the ones you end up getting more attached to, since those are the ones you'll have throughout most of your journey. So yeah. I've really thought a lot about this, and also before I actually rate them, I'm gonna go ahead and just um, say which one, go through like all the groups of starters, and tell you how I feel about all of them before actually going into the ratings, since that'll make things a little bit different. And a little bit more interesting, I guess, if you give a shit about my opinions, I guess. Anyway, as far as the Kanto starters, which are these first three here, of course, I don't really have a favorite of them in particular. I think out of all of the starter groups, I think, Kanto is not only, like, the most consistent, but, like, the most consistently good. Like, they're all very solid designs. Like, say what you want about Charizard being, like, just a dragon. But it does have the fire on the end of its tail to set it apart. And, to be fair, it is also more dragon-y looking. Yeah, that's a word. Or dragonic. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a lot more dragonic looking than, most dragon-type Pokemon are actually, funnily enough. Yeah, actually, looking back, when you really think about it, Dragonite is kind of just a fat Charizard when you, like, look at them side by side. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna do the Kanto starters first, and out of the three, call me a basic bitch for it, but I like Charizard the most out of them. Not by much. But probably give him do I go B or A tier? I think I'll go A tier for now. Like, even if it's like, actually no, I'll do B tier for now. Still a very solid design. Like, it's a dragon. I mean, no, it's not technically a dragon type or what have you, but it's supposed to be a dragon. And for a dragon, it looks pretty freaking cool. So I'll put it in B for now until further notice. And my second favorite Kanto starter is Blastoise. Actually, Venusaur was my favorite for like a good while there. I still really like Venusaur, but yeah. I'll go ahead and put Blastoise like literally right there with Charizard, just like a little bit below him technically, because he's further down the left. You know how these tier lists work, I'm sure. And Venusaur is like at the very top of C. Maybe even B. Actually, no, I'm gonna change this. Just because it feels unfair to put Venusaur in C, which should be average, because it's definitely not an average design. It's pretty good. So I'll put Venusaur in B, and Charizard and Blastoise in A. And that feels a lot more right, actually. Anyway, moving on to, honestly, my second least favorite group of starters. And we'll come up to my least favorite group of starters later in the video. But yeah. They're still pretty solid. Like, I like Typhlosion and Feraligatr well enough. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Meganium kinda sucks. Not even just, like, in a battle either. That's not even what I'm talking about. This is mostly, I mean, battling prowess matters to me a little bit. This is mostly ranking them in terms of design. and like, it's alright. It's not better than Venusaur in my opinion. And also, if you look at like the entire evolution line, I'm gonna also take that into consideration. So, if you look at the entire evolution line, Chikorita's cute. It's a little like a pear or a chicory, I guess. Like a little leaf on it, but it's also got some dinosaur elements to it. That's cool. Bayleaf, literally just a bigger Chikorita. Also, I don't like how, I know this sounds petty, but I don't like how the leaf on Bayleaf's head is like folded over. I think that makes it look a little too busy. And Meganium is like a little, actually, I'll come out and say it. Meganium is better looking than Bayleaf. However, it has another problem. It's too drastic of a change. Bayleaf doesn't change enough from Chikorita. And then when it goes to Meganium, it's like, what the hell just happened? It's too much of a change. So I'll put it... I'll put it in D. It's not an E, or honestly, I don't even know if the E should even be on here. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and erase F. Because I don't think any Pokemon design is a failure. Honestly, that's what F means, by the way. It means it failed. I don't think any Pokemon design is a complete failure. It's like, literally, there's a person that likes... How should I put this? I feel like every Pokemon is somebody's favorite. Like, hell, there's a freaking YouTuber, probably one of the most popular Pokemon YouTubers out there. A freaking MNJTV. His favorite Pokemon's freaking Castform. Castform. Like, who the hell likes Castform besides him? So, yeah. Just goes to show. I bet someone in the comments is going to say, I like Castform. Yeah, I get a Castform for this keepsake. Good for you. Anyway, Typhlosion is probably... See, Typhlosion has one big thing going for it. It has probably the coolest name, and probably one of the coolest Pokemon names, period. Honestly, Typhlosion. Like, that is probably one of the coolest names to, like, any fictional creature out there. It's so good. However, it's not bad. It's basically just a giant badger with flame bursting out of its neck. Like, it's kind of cool. Also, fun fact, Typhlosion has quite literally the same base stats as Charizard. Like, down to the number. So, yeah, it's kind of... Which, I guess it has a better defensive typing than Charizard. Like, Pure Fire is kind of better than Fire Flying. Especially since Fire and Flying kind of covered a lot of the same stuff offensively as well. So, yeah. Typhlosion just kind of rounds out to being a more balanced Charizard. Which isn't necessarily it's not necessarily a good thing either, because Pokemon, at least online battling, you tend to want to have your strengths really strong. And your other stuff, like, not... It's about filling in a niche, and being balanced isn't always a good thing. Anyway, enough about competitive battling talk. Lord knows I don't know enough about that anyway. Shit, I only get my knowledge from, like, False Swipe Gaming and, is that Wolf Eagle Egg, which, to be fair, are probably the best two channels out there to, when it comes to learning about competitive battling, just for any of you guys who are interested. But, yeah. Actually, I'll put him in with Typhlosion. It's still good. I mean, not Typhlosion. Venusaur. I'll put Typhlosion with Venusaur because I feel like they're about the same level in terms of design. Same goes for Froligator. I'll actually put Froligator just over Typhlosion, as I do like Froligator slightly more. But even then, I feel like Venusaur, Froligator, and Typhlosion are about the same level of design. They're good, but they're just good. And that's what B is supposed to be. Anyway, next we got the Hoenn starters. And these are all like real, well, I'm probably gonna get so many people upset because I know this is a really popular Pokemon. But I don't really like Sceptile that much. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Like, the middle stage Grovyle actually looks really cool. And then it turns into a Sceptile and it just, it's too busy for me. Like, being a busy design isn't always a bad thing. I feel like if the design is busy, but like the elements are like balanced well enough, I feel like it can still work. Like, what's a fairly busy design that still kind of works? White Kyurem. I feel like White Kyurem is a better design than Sceptile, and I'm probably going to get even more hate for saying that. And Kyurem Black, honestly, is a little cooler than Kyurem White, but anyway. Yeah. This isn't a legendary tier list, so gonna put him... Oh, let's see, I like him a little bit more than, I'll put him in D. D for Dinosaur, which actually both of these are dinosaur-like Pokemon. Which is weird, because I actually freaking love dinosaurs. Well, I guess I don't love dinosaurs enough. Blaziken is S tier. It's one of the coolest starter Pokemon out there. I just gotta come out and say it. Like, I know it's not a hot take or anything, although you could say it's definitely a hot take. Because he's fire type. Okay. Anyway, next would be Swampert, and I put him in the same boat as, I like him a little bit more than Froligator, but not quite as much as Venusaur, so I'll put him there. And next, Torterra is actually really cool. I'll put Torterra in A. And actually, no, I think Blastoise is still ever so slightly cooler, but they're both really good. Both very good designs. And next is Infernape, and you know, this is literally my favorite Pokemon. For those who have been on the channel or know me well enough. And that's almost exclusively because of its design. And also, I guess, it's the Ash's Infernape in the anime, but yeah. This is just such a tough looking design, I love it. Like, it's basically Sun Wukong, which is already a really cool, badass character anyway. But they took him a step further and gave him a crown of fire. Like, how is that not badass? Shit, I'm really not used to talking this much. Hang on, I'm gonna cut off the video so I can get some water. Alright, I'm back. Yes, and technically I've always been here, but you know video editing. I'm gonna have to edit that part out. Because, whew, you do not want to hear me drinking water. Anyway, next is Empoleon. And Empoleon's also really cool. No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Yeah, Empoleon would probably be... Actually, I like it a little bit more in Charizard. Top of A. There we go. Empoleon's top of A. Empoleon's just really good. Really cool looking Pokemon. And also the unique typing kind of helps. Still being the only water steel type is still really cool. And Serperior is probably one of my favorite grass type starters out there. I'll put him in S actually. S for Serperior. Because Serperior is superior to most grass type starters, except for a couple. Or except for one, potentially two. Anyway, next is Emboar. And honestly, people are really gonna hate me for this. Because, like, I know Emboar really isn't that great, like, stat-wise. Also, his move pool is a bit, weak for a, like, it barely gets any fighting type moves. But it's top of A. It doesn't quite make it to S tier. Actually, yes, it does. And I'm probably gonna get a lot of people mad about this, but look at the thing. Isn't that not the coolest damn pig you've ever seen? Like, I know, like, oh, the third firefighting starter in a row that really running out of ideas. Well, yeah. I mean, the fire and fighting is just a cool type. And also, like, I feel like they're kind of been making excuses to not make some of the later fire types firefighting anyway. Which we'll get to that a little bit later. Anyway, Samurott. It's alright. Chestnut, though. Should I put it over, or... That's not quite as cool as Actually, no, it's a little cooler than Serperior. And I'm probably gonna get a lot of people mad about this one, too, because it's a very, like, controversial design, I feel. I feel like people either love it or hate it. And I'm on the love side. Chestnut is actually really, really cool. Like, this is the Pokemon that moves Spiky Shield, which is probably one of my favorite grass-type moves. This is the Pokemon the move Spiky Shield was made for. And then they gave it to some other Pokemon, which is fine. Anyway, Delphox, Is it cooler than No, it's not even as good as Sceptile. Sorry to any Delphox fans, but I'm just not a fan. And even then, like, Braixen is at least cuter. Like, really, I'm not really a fan of the line, like, in general. But Braixen is definitely a better looking design than Delphox. And I feel like even the developers of the games agree, because in one of the spin-offs at Pokken Tournament, Braixen is in that game, but not Delphox. So yeah, I feel like someone at Pokemon also agrees with me that Braixen is just a better design. And then and even then, like, it's not great, but it's cute and it's serviceable enough. And then it evolves into Delphox and falls off a fucking cliff. Anyway, Greninja. I did not mean to do that. I mean, it is probably my favorite water type starter aside from Blastoise. But it's not as good as people make it out to be. I'll put it like bottom of A. Hey, but I feel like people really only like Greninja because of the anime. I feel like if Ash's Greninja wasn't such a badass in the anime, it would not be as popular as it is. Decidueye? Well, time to get even more people mad. It's alright. Incineroar, though. Incineroar is pretty freaking cool. And yes, I know it's like everywhere in like tournaments and shit, because like it has Intimidate and it has like really good stats and good defensive typing. But I don't care, it's really cool. It's like right behind Blaziken for me. And then next is Primarina. Again, it's alright. Rillaboom is inexcusably ugly though. Like it's somehow even uglier than Delphox. I know what some people are gonna say, well, you think Chesson is like the coolest thing? It basically has the same body type as Rillaboom. Yes. But it has more spice to it and it has more to it. Like, Rillaboom is literally just a gorilla with drums and green hair. That's it. Anyway, Cinderace? Honestly, out of all of the Galar starters, it's definitely my favorite. I'll put it like low. That's a little cooler than Typhlosion. Is it cooler than Feraligatr though? Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna put it like right below Feraligatr. That might change later, but as of right now, it's about as cool as Feraligatr, so I'll just put it there. Inteleon, it's better than Rillaboom. Not by much. It's alright. Yeah, and I'll put it over Primarina, because the Primarina is still better. There we go. Actually, no, Decidueye is like marginally cooler looking than Samurott. I'm gonna get so many people mad today. Suing Decidueye? I mean, just kind of the worst Decidueye. D. Actually, that's a little bit too harsh. I'll put it like right there. Actually, no, it's still cooler than Samurott. I'll put it right there. Here. Hisuian Typhlosion. I mean, it's cooler. It's a little cooler looking than Typhlosion. Where did I put it? It's like right in between Typhlosion and Cinderace for me. Hisuian Samurott, though, I have no idea why, but I like it way more than regular Samurott. Like, I know, like, it's just an edgy Samurott. I mean, yeah, but I like edgy designs, okay? I'll admit it. I'll put it in, like, put it just above Feraligatr, but actually, no, it's above Samurott, too. And that is just a clean-looking otter right there. And then Meowscarada, literally my favorite grass starter. Might be one of my favorite starters ever. Where did I put it? Where'd it go? Oh, it's right there. Might be one of my favorite starters now. Literally right behind Infernape. Meowscarada is so cool. Like, it's so freaking cool. Like, it's a Phantom Thief cat that throws them cactus bombs. Like, how can you not think that's badass? Like, it's literally like a persona, or what is that one? I think he's literally just called Joker. I don't think he has like an official name, I don't think. But he's like Joker from Persona 5, if he was a cat. Like, that's pretty freaking cool. Skeletor's, other than Delphox, I guess. And then last but not least, Quackleval. Do I like it more than... No, it's like the worst one. Like, I understand if people like it for, like, it's like, flamboyant personality, and I'm not against that. Like, freaking, Sylvando from, Dragon Quest XI is actually a very fun, gay character, but yeah, I'm not really feeling Quackleval. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's my tier list. Please be free to be as angry as you want in the comments, or actually, you know, say something nice. That'd be preferable. Anyway, bye.